Hello everyone and welcome to Pearls of Fisdom with Nirmal Bang. I'm Avan Nabash. Yes, it is the festive season, but are people packing up their suitcases and heading out for holidays? Is the demand intact? Where are they traveling to? Is it domestic or international? Let's find out all of that and more in terms of how much people are spending. We've got Vikash Goyal, Chief Strategy Officer at Easemytrip. Thank you so much, Vikash, for taking time out and joining in. I understand that now people are looking to spend a lot more when it comes to travel. They're spending 10 to 15% more. What does the festive season hold in store?
Travel season is up. We are right around the Diwali weekend, and what we can see is that there's a good amount of demand. There's a good uptick in the demand that we can see right now in our bookings. What we can see is there's somewhere around 90% increase vis-a-vis last year. In fact, the fares also have increased significantly. So some time back, the fare were almost of the 2x of what they used to be last year. But some amount of fuel price reduction has come to their relief, where basically somewhere around 15 odd percent fuel price got reduced, which has eased out quite amount of the fares for the customers. Although still there's good amount of advance booking that is happening, and there are sectors that have that still see that the fares have been increased significantly. So say few of the sectors like say either the Bangalore Kolkata sector or say Chennai Kolkata sector and few others. Over there we can see that the overall fare price, airfare, has reduced, leading to say increased capacity of that particular sector or reduced fuel price that can be seen. But there are sectors like Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bombay, Dehradun that where we can see that the airfares are still very high.
So what are the kind of travel packages that you guys have? What are the kind of discounts that you're offering for the festive season in order to lure travelers?
We are right now in the middle of our Travel Utsav sale. So we started this sale on 15th of October, and this will be on till 22nd of October, where we're offering special discounts to all our customers. So we're offering somewhere around 34% off on flight bookings, up to 65% off on hotel bookings. There are packages that we're offering to the customers which are starting at a mere 6,999 value, and there are some flat discounts that we're offering on bus and cab services as well. So there's good amount of discounts that we're offering. We've partnered with multiple banks in order to offer this discount to our customers. Few of our banking partners are ICICI Bank, Bank of Baroda, American Express, HSBC, RBL, and AU Bank. So we're partnering with a good amount of banks as well in order to pass value back to our customers.
What about domestic travel versus international travel? Where is it that you're seeing that big delta or surge, and what kind of growth do you anticipate in both of these segments?
So there's a significant surge that we can see in the domestic bookings specifically, where we can see there's somewhere around 60% surge in the domestic bookings, because a lot of people travel back to their homes during this Diwali weekend, and that is what we see. There's a good amount of advance booking also that are happening over there. Some of the popular domestic destinations, if I have to call out, would obviously be say Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, where majority of the people are coming back home. And in addition to that, we can see good amount of bookings that are happening for Goa, Ayodhya, and Banaras as well. We also see a good amount of demand for the international destinations. So the destinations like Azerbaijan, Georgia, obviously Dubai, Thailand, Vietnam are all-time favorites. So all these destinations, we see this good amount of queries that are coming in, and people are wanting to get away to these destinations.
I understand that even when it comes to tier 2 cities, airfares have risen quite significantly. What kind of a demand boost are you seeing there in some of the smaller towns and cities when it comes to travel?
What we can see is that the fares in general had increased by 2x of the value. But with the recent reduction in the fuel prices, the fares have come down somewhere around 20-25 odd percent. Say sectors like Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, Kolkata, in fact Bombay, Delhi as well, where we can see that where the airfare has reduced slightly. Whereas the tier 2 sectors like say Ahmedabad, Delhi, or Mumbai, Dehradun is where we see that because of the supply constraint also, the airfares have increased drastically.
And are we seeing a trend now of villas, resort stays picking up versus hotels?
So I think homestays and villas are the new category that has emerged in India, and we see a good amount of demand for those sectors. In addition to that, there's a lot of demand for the luxury stay as well, which is significantly influenced by, say, the social media, I would say, where more and more people are wanting to stay in premium properties or luxury stays over there, where we can see that there's an increased demand for the 4 and 5 star hotels and properties as well. So there's a good demand, and they're operating at a very, very good occupancy as well.
Yeah, that really seems to be the trend. What about you guys then? What is the outlook when it comes to the gross booking revenue for Easemytrip? What are you anticipating with the festive season?
So it's faring decently well for Easemytrip, where we see that a lot of advanced bookings are happening right now, and there's a good amount of uptick in the demand that we can see for the travel bookings. Specifically, from the growth standpoint, from the long-term outlook for the organization, what we can see is there's obviously a decent penetration that Easemytrip has within the air space, and the organization is focusing significantly on the non-air side as well, where we are focusing significantly on the either the hotels or the holidays or the bus, rail, cab verticals, which are non-air verticals over there. In fact, just to mention, the company recently started with two of the new initiatives by the name of Explore Bharat and Easy Darshan. So, where Explore Bharat is targeted towards bringing a lot of inbound tourism in India. So, we're promoting that across geographies in order to bring a lot of tourists to India. And at the same time, we see that there's a good amount of demand that we can see for the religious tourism. And that is where we've specifically curated packages targeting the religious tourism. People who want to visit various religious places and uh, explore those. So those have been done. In addition to that, Easemytrip have started expanding its presence in the international markets as well. So we have our operations up and running in the UAE market, the UK market, as well as in the Thailand market, which again are faring decently well for the organization, and that's another lever for growth for the organization. In addition to that, we very recently fared into the medical tourism, which again is a huge market available to be tapped into. And one last point I would like to mention on the Scan My Trip. So Easemytrip recently launched Scan My Trip, which is the first travel marketplace on the ONDC network. This platform basically allows small businesses, homestays, and travel agents to offer services like flights and hotels on the ONDC network over there. So those are few of the levers which I would say that will help Easemytrip grow in the long run.
And how are you looking at the hotel business? How is that really growing? Because it was a bit of a stumbling block for Easemytrip. Is that picking up?
So our hotels business also is doing fairly good now. The number of bookings that we're doing on a daily basis has increased. With a good amount of penetration that exists in the air segment specifically, what we see is there's a huge opportunity for us to cross-sell the hotels. So anyone who's booking a flight ticket is generally invariably a customer for hotel segment as well. And now we've started to explore that opportunity, and we're using it to grow our hotels business, which again is growing for us.
And your ad and promotion costs, are you guys going whole hog when it comes to marketing, and how is that really aligning with your ad and your promotion costs this quarter?
So we very recently partnered with IFA, where we were their partners, and we got good amount of branding from that particular event. There are multiple other events. So Easemytrip as an organization, we've been pioneers, and we've been partnering with a lot of sporting events, a lot of branding events that we'll continue to do in order to ensure that the Easemytrip as a brand is available in the mind of the people whenever they're thinking of travel.
But there is so much competition. So what are you guys doing to hold on to the market share? How are you taking on competition from the other portals?
So again, we're doing a mixed approach of online versus offline branding, where basically we are trying and we are very prudent in the spends that we're making in the marketing space, but we are doing good amount of branding for the organization to ensure that we are able to grow higher than how the market is growing.
You guys have been also on an acquisition spree. You've been acquiring a lot more smaller brands. So what's the strategy there? How is it working for you?
So we're looking at both organic as well as inorganic growth. we see that there's a huge travel space that is up for grabs, and that is where wherever we see that there's a good amount of synergy that exists with any organization that support Easemytrip in its growth, we're actively looking for those companies from the expansion standpoint, from the inorganic space as well. So that strategy basically continues for Easemytrip.
And what is the average now that travelers are spending on experiences? Because now I believe everyone's looking for experiential, unforgettable experiences. So has the spend increased considerably?
So I think there's a growing trend that we can very well see from the traveler standpoint that so broadly there are two sets of travelers. One set is the Gen Z travelers who are looking at more of a budget friendly options, who are planning to travel low on the budget. Whereas the other segment, which is specifically very much influenced by say the Instagrams and YouTubes of the world, who are looking for luxurious stays, luxurious travels. But in general, on an average, I would say that with more disposable income in hand, with more and more the GDP increasing, the overall people are the overall average ticket size is increasing.
All right, Vikash, we've got a rapid fire round and I want to get in a quick one-word answer from you to understand travel trends for the festive season. So let's get going. First up, is it short stay that's picking up or long stay travel?
It's short stay.
Okay. What about people's travels plans? Are they much in advance or are they very spontaneous?
More of spontaneous bookings now.
Okay. And are people traveling more with family or with friends?
I think it's still a mix of both.
Right. Is it domestic, travel that people are looking for when there's a nice long weekend, or is it close by international travel?
So I think initially it was domestic travel only. Now it has started to shift towards closer by international locations. Say that is where the locations like Dubai, Thailand, and Vietnam have come up on the charts, where a lot of people are traveling there for a shorter weekends as well.
What are the top 3 international destinations?
So I think it has to be Dubai, Thailand, and Vietnam, but Azerbaijan and Georgia also are closely picking up.
Okay, and the top 3 domestic destinations that people are traveling to?
So domestic spots are again, one is Goa, you would say Ayodhya, and this is the bookings, I would say Delhi, Bombay would be the closest spots.
Okay, good to know. Can't wait to pack my bags and head out as well. But thank you so much for putting into perspective what the travel trends are and where people are going to, how much they're spending this festive season. Vikash, it's been a pleasure interacting with you. We'll wrap it up on Pearls
That's
of
great.
Fisdom.
Thanks a lot for having me. It was lovely interacting with you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to never miss an update from Nirmal Bang.